Hi everyone, and welcome to another devlog of my game, Project Kota, a game where you build your own city-state, growing the industries and expand the transport network. In this devlog, I'll be working on how the transport finds its way to its destination with some pathfinding algorithm. Before I start with the pathfinding, I want to spice up the terrain a bit. I made some tiles for terrain and roads to visualize the problem better. The art is still placeholder to train my pixel art skills, and hopefully it will get better over time. It only has straight roads and four-way junction, but is it good enough for now? Small PSA, if you use isometric tile map, make sure to select the correct tile layout before placing the tiles. I did not realize this until start coding, which I assumed to have the diamond down layout, but the default is actually a stack layout. So I need to erase the tiles, change the layout, and build the terrain again from zero. So with the placeholder terrain is now usable, I can finally start with the pathfinding. Before building complex terrain pathfinding and handling various rail signals, I start small and focus to solve pathfinding for a small simple car movement. It needs to move in correct road lane, pathfind depending on the direction of the car, and turning in 2, 3, and 4-way junction. To simplify the problem, the car can only turn back and change lane on the end of the road. So I start this by trying the most used pathfinding algorithm for this kind of things, which is A-star algorithm. Unfortunately, Kota has a native component for this. So I try to hook this up to the tile map. I start simple by just creating an A-star pathfinding points to each railroad tiles and then connecting all the points to each other of its neighbor. Then I create a simple input handler so I can click once to set the origin points and then click again to set the destination point. And then I can run the algorithm to find path from the origin to the destination. I also hook up some path nodes so I can visualize the pathfinding result. And after some bug bashing, it worked. But this solution does not cover how a car moves. It should stay in the left or right node depending on the direction and should only move forward, meaning that if it's on the left lane and needs to go to the right, it needs to turn back to change to the correct lane instead of moving backward. The solution that I can think of is to have 2 points of each straight road tiles. Each point only connect to its neighboring road tiles points as a one-way connection, so the car will stay on the correct lane and will turn back to the correct lane when necessary. Simple. The junction though has more complex connection. Its junction needs to have 4 points to handle each road connection and to prevent the car to turn back in junction. While complex, the solution should work for road turn and 3-way junction as well. So here is the location of each point. Depending on the road variation, 2 for up and down road, 2 for left and right road, and 4 for junction. I don't necessarily use these nodes, but write the coordinates into codes instead. For the implementation, first thing is to add all the points into the A-star algorithm. The connection though, not so simple. It's not that the connection is complex, but it's just because there are so much connection and cases for junction and road turns. I also add some path nodes with the gradient to show the connection and the direction of the connection itself. And it worked. It is now pathfind forward depending on the vehicle direction, staying in the correct lane, and handle the junction. Now it's just a simple wiring to my path-based movement that I discussed in previous devlog, and it looked finished. It does have some problem though, as the way I handle straight connection in junction does not work for junction to junction connection. Along with other cases that I missed, in the end the junction connection needs to be reworked, and I use 8 points instead 4. Adding all the cases grow the codes to almost like 500 lines. But it actually can be structured better, but for now I just want to make it work before doing any refactoring. And yeah, it's a lot more complex, but it works. It now handles multiple junction and road turns, As the added bonus, the vehicle turned more smoothly in junction, as it is now do 45-degree turns twice instead directly turn 90 degrees. So yeah, that's it for now. Pathfinding is the part that I don't have much experience and fear the most in this game development. I'm still not sure about how this translates to terrain and handling the rail signals, but for now I'm happy I understand the basic fundamentals and seeing it implemented for the basic ground vehicles. Hope you like it, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you're interested to follow along in this game dev journey. See you in the next devlog.